returned from Germany for the Christmas holidays.
With such a large family, I don't know whether it's luck or misfortune, we couldn't live on what I earned here, and that's why I had to leave. I've been away 5.5 months. We do construction work in Germany, digging ditches for sewer pipes. It's the same to me. I'm used to working in the fields. We go from town to town. When we finish one, we go to another. It's a boring life. Bitter. The house is in poor condition. First of all, it doesn't have water or a bathroom. It doesn't have anything. When it rains, the roof leaks. The house is always wet. I'd like to find something else. I'd go as high as 600 pesetas. I've been looking around, but I haven't heard of anything here. Of course, the beds are folded up in the daytime. They're put aside, and then they're set back up at night, one in the kitchen and the rest in the other rooms. If we didn't have it that way, we couldn't be here. The priest said it's a sin for the woman to take something so as not to have babies. He was right in the sense that the business of taking pills is not good for the body. To use those things is not natural. But in another sense, it's not good to have so many children. There are 8 or 10 men with whom I can talk over anything. That fellow there, whatever I tell him or he me, stays there. No one else finds out. He wants to go to Germany. He had a quarrel with the landowner. They bawled him out, and it isn't going well. Today he put in his name to go to Germany. My idea is to see if my place will give him a contract to go. In the barracks where we sleep, there are 4 Spanish workers. There are 2 others who live in their own apartment. They've been there 7 or 8 years, and they speak German well. They're with other women in Germany, and their wives are in Spain. Children here, with another woman there, that's bad. One has 6 children, the other 5. They enjoy themselves more than we do, but I don't see it. If I don't respect my wife, what respect will she have for me? If I'm there playing around, well, my wife can also do the same here, and I couldn't say a thing.
With so many children, I work very hard, but I can do it because I'm strong. I never get sick. The only problem I have are from headaches from all the noise. So I go to the store to get something, or I take a walk, and I feel better. If I stayed in all the time, I couldn't stand it.
We have 3 boys and 8 girls. Now the stream's going to be stopped. No more, no more. Hombre, if God wills that I don't have more. If not, where will this lead us? It'll be a scandal. I like a large family. The wife, I think she must like it. She must like it, right? But so many children. It's a pity. If it isn't one sick, it's the other. There's always something. The other day, this one fell and cut his eye. I was scared. His entire face was swollen, so I figured it could be something bad. We took him to the doctor, and he gave him injections. And yes, he's all right now, thank God.
Yo quisiera que aprendiera bien a leer y escribir, que supiera, que cogiera una carrera de algo. No podría ser. Vamos, yo quería que fuera, cuando menos que no fuera al campo a trabajar, igual que yo.
I would like Juanito to learn to read and write well, to have a career of some kind, not go on and... I don't want him to have to do field work like me. He should have a workshop or be a mechanic. In short, he shouldn't have to go to the fields to work like me, to pick cotton and such things. I was almost 21 when I married. She was 18. We met at an outing. I lived in the country, and I used to come on Sundays to see her. We became closer, and I began coming to her house. And then in 1955, we married.
It's good to marry young because then you have all your strength to raise your children. I started working when I was 12. I worked in a bakery. Then I helped a woman with her family. They weren't rich people. They were poor, but she had small children and no older daughter, and she needed someone to help her. The pay was very little. I began going with Juan when I was 16, and we married 2 years later.
The eldest is 15 years old now. I prefer her not to have a boyfriend until she's 19 or 20. If one marries very young, what happens? One's already tied and can't enjoy life, which is what happened to me. I haven't enjoyed youth nor anything because I married very young. Then I had to stay home instead of being able to spend 5 duros on the streets with friends. No, I have to go home. Because it has to be that way. Suppose I earned 10 duros and I spent it. Well, my family will do without. One doesn't enjoy oneself. In some, if you get married at 25 or 26 or 30, it's fine. But as I married as a boy, just as she did, also a child, one doesn't enjoy life at all. She thinks the same way. Of course the woman thinks the same way. But what happens is that one falls in love, this and that, and one marries young. I'd like my daughter to wait until at least 20 years of age. Then at that time find a boyfriend and marry. From 20 on, that's fine. Before, we couldn't eat half the things we eat nowadays because before I didn't make enough to be able to buy them. Since I earn more now, I buy other things to eat. Let's say this good lettuce. We couldn't have bought it before, but today we can. Or before, if we had to get something, it would be on credit. Now we carry along the cash, huh? It's different. Oh, that's different. Before, I had to stay away from the store until I was able to pay them by selling a pig or some turkeys that I would raise. I would even things up in the summer when I earned more and pay off our debts. In winter, since you make less, you have to play a few tricks. Almost every night I wake up thinking about it, not wanting to go again. But I have to go. I have no desire to go because you go alone. You're abandoned there. It's 7, 8, 11 months until you return. You don't see your family. All I ask God is that nothing happens to them while I'm there. If they're fine, then everything's all right. I'll have to continue going. What can I do here? Where can I earn enough to be able to feed all my family? I have to continue going. After I've gone 2 or 3 more times, I'll save enough to buy something someplace else. Either Valencia, Barcelona, Madrid. I'll establish myself in some city. I haven't left yet because I don't want to leave my father alone here. He doesn't want to leave. After 2 or 3 years, when he's older, perhaps he'll go, because what's an old man to do here alone? I went to Valencia to look for work once, and I earned well. But since he didn't want to go, well, I don't want to leave him here, because he'd be alone. I have 2 brothers, a married sister. I have family in Valencia. I'd like to buy something there. Yes, I'm almost certainly going to Valencia.
Un cateto llegó un día para hacerse una ampliación. Y en el retrato quería que la adivinara si era de Arcos con la edad que tenía y cuando nació. Pero el fotógrafo le contestó, eso no una fotografía, usted lo que quiere hacer el padrón. Ay, qué tío va. Sigue. El fotógrafo aturdido el retrato le enseñó. Y al coger la cartulina y el grullo exclamó, no salió mi padre, ni mi primo Juan, ni mi tío Paquita, ni mi tío Pascual. Deme usted el dinero que usted me robó, que aunque yo sea de mi pueblo, esta no la trago yo. El fotógrafo y el grullo se ponen en discusión y armar una algarabía que la policía fue y se personó. Y al llegar los guardias y el grullo exclamó, prende a este tío estafador, que un duro que yo tenía, ya aquí en las pampejas no salió un botón. No salió mi padre, ni mi primo Juan, ni mi tía Paquita, ni mi tío Pascual. Lo cogen los guardias para la prevención y le hizo un retrato para toda su generación. Hey.
quiero irme, no hasta aquí. No, que no venía aquí. No. Yo quiero irme para Barcelona o para Valencia, donde haya industria. Donde haya industria para colocar una fábrica.
When I return to Spain next time, I want to leave here. I don't want to stay here. I won't stay here. I want to go to Barcelona or Valencia, where there's industry, so I can get a job in a factory. Not for myself now, but for my children to have a different life. A life in Barcelona where there are factories, so I can place my children when they're older. Where am I going to place them here? What can I teach them in this place? One has to go somewhere else. My roommate is leaving. I'll live there alone. I'll take out one bed and have more room. I'm not really alone. There's a Spanish family above and one next door. A young couple, both of them work in a factory. The other couple has a little baby about 1.5 years. She's very nice, and he's a good fellow, too. He says he'll never return to Spain. I don't want to change jobs in Germany. It's hard, but I could get something worse. I love my children very much. The truth is, I don't hit my children. I tell their mother to whip them. It's not nice to hit them.
Me pasó un caso de que yo trabajaba con un albañil y el albañil pues me trataba malamente.
I worked with a mason who treated me badly because I couldn't understand him. He was Hungarian, not German, but he'd been in Germany 23 years and he speaks German. Since I couldn't speak German, he'd shout at me, and I took it until one day I blew up. I was furious. I asked him why he was always tormenting me. What fault do I have for not understanding you? In short, I took a pickaxe that was there, and then he says to me, "It's nothing, nothing. Come here, comrade. Come here, comrade." Comrade is friend. In short, we became friends, first-class friends, as if nothing had happened. He speaks to me and invites me for a beer.
Dice que, vamos, los españoles son muy buenos para trabajar y le gusta.
They like Spanish workers in Germany. The Spanish are good workers. The woman where I am wants only Spaniards. They don't protest, but just drag their heads and work, and that's it. If I had the opportunity, I'd live in Germany, right in the town where I am. It's a different life from this one. Everybody works there, everybody, rich and poor. It's not like it is here. If I work and there are 10 who don't work, how are those 10 to eat, huh? From the sweat of those who work.
En el balcón del palacio, ja, 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 ja. En el balcón del palacio, ja, 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 ja. No hay garantías, ja, ja, no hay
People blame it all on the rich here because they don't cultivate their lands. What they prefer to do is raise cattle, nothing else. If instead of raising brave bulls, they would cultivate the land and harvest wheat or lima beans or corn, whatever, there'd be more work, right? But everything is empty. They don't plant anything, so there's no work. If everything was cultivated and it was all planted, then there would be more work here. The men wouldn't have to go elsewhere. Tolina met me in Valencia last week, and we bought an apartment in a town there. We leave here in a week. There are canning factories where the children can find jobs. I'll go back to Germany to work, and when I return, I'll see about a factory.